All right, hey everybody, it's Jason with the Samco Workshop here, and we are talking about lifted trucks today. Should you buy them from the dealer or should you do them yourself? What's the pros and cons to both? So we're going to talk about that. We're going to start off pretty mild, okay? Sorry sun there, but here we have a Ranger Splash Edition, okay? This is just a standard Ranger. This is not stock this way. This dealer had put a lift kit on it, and they had put some bigger tires on it. So you got some, looks like 33s on there. I'm thinking 33-inch tires. I don't know what a 285/70 comes out to it, but I'm assuming usually it's a 34. It's a 34 1150, beautiful tire actually. But so they put 34-inch tires on it. They got a lift kit on it, and they are selling it, as you can see right here. Okay, we can hide the sun, so you can see we are at $5,000 or $6,000 in extras, which is basically window tinting, lift kit, upgraded tires, the spray and bed liner. Okay, so let's think about that for a minute. So we're, the spray and bed liner, nice. That's $500 from anywhere basically. So we take that off, that puts you at $5,500. Let's call it $200 for window tint. It's no more than that. I tinted, I went and had mine professionally ceramic tinted on my 4Runner, and it was $200. So we take that into consideration. So let's say that all in all, and then your upgraded, so you're at 5,200, 50 or 5,300 minus 1,300 on the tires ish. So that's going to put you right about right in the neighborhood of 45. They're charging about, let's just call it let's even drop it down and call $4 grand on the lift. Okay, because that's all they've done to this is tires, window tint, and a lift. Okay, so if we're $4 grand they're charging you for the lift kit on here is a spacer. It is that spacer right there. Okay, it's like probably a 2-inch lift spacer right there, and then in the back it is a 2-inch block, or probably a 2-inch block, but there is a block on the, hang on, I'm scratching my knees up, right there. Okay, above the spring, or below the leaf spring right there, that block that you're seeing in the middle, that 3-stack shim set right there, that's your rear lift. Okay, see it again right here, that stack right in the middle of the screen underneath the leaf spring, that's your rear lift. That's all it is those 3 spacers that are right there. So realistically, you got to do the math on here. They're going to charge you $4,000 for that lift on this truck, and that lift kit is like 129 bucks. Okay, it's a $129 lift kit, and installation for something like that should be probably $400 total time, I'm guessing, even at a dealer. So you're not, and then there's the other issue is that, again, as we're going to talk about later on, when you buy it from the dealer, see, like these tires, okay, they're $1,300 tires, I'm guessing. Let's just call them $1,300 tires for 4 of these. When the dealer puts these on, you don't get your old tires. Okay, the old tires, they're going to sell them. Okay, they're going to go ahead and sell those old tires. Where if you bought this truck stock, or even had them do the lift on it for you, but leave the original stuff, when you bought your new tires and put these on them, you could sell your old tires for probably $750, being not used and no miles on them. So you could sell them for, you get half your money back minimum of the cost of these tires. You could also have the dealer put that lift on for you on the stock truck, and then go put your tires on later on, save a lot of money and keep the warranty. Because the advantage of having a dealer installed lift kit, okay, the advantage to that is that the dealer, you end up with still having to get, when the dealer installs it, you keep your warranty. Okay, Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, all the Ram, all of those companies, they will trust that the dealer is doing the right parts and the right everything, and they will actually still warranty the truck under your 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, stuff like that. So it's got a lot of benefit to have the dealer, to buy a lifted truck from the dealer. But it's probably not the smartest one to do money-wise, to buy the whole set, is what I'm getting at. And I'm going to show you more examples. This is just a little simple, basic, little 2-inch, spacer lift on this truck is all we're talking about. Real easy. This is as little as it gets. But they're charging you $4,000 for something that you could have the dealer do for you for $700. And you could also get $750 more back on your money by by buying the tires yourself and then having the dealer put them on. When I bought this I had those tires and those wheels on it. So when I went and picked up that 4Runner, we threw these wheels, I already bought them online, threw them in the back of my Tacoma. We went and picked this up, and before that, this 4Runner even left the dealership, before it had 1 mile on it, we had them swap these wheels out for me, give me my old wheels. And so these wheels right here ended up costing me $800 for the rims, and it cost me I can't remember, let's say it was $1,200 for the tires. So I got $2,000 in wheels and tires on this, but I sold the other ones for $1,500. So it only cost me $500 to upgrade, where by buying these from the factory, the wheels, they would have charged me $800 additional and not gave me the old wheels, and they would have charged me $1,300 for the tires if you bought it from the factory. So I saved tremendous money doing that. So it's just a perfect little example of how you can win the system, is have the dealer do the install on the lift. Okay, the lift is the only thing that's going to change your warranty if you do it yourself. Tires will not change your warranty. Rims will not change your warranty. Bumpers will not change your warranty. The only thing it's going to impact your warranty is going to be the actual lift kit itself. And if you, in most of the time, a spacer lift like you see here will not affect your warranty at all. So, but if you want to, and you want to make sure you're 100% warranty compliant, let the dealer put the lift on for you. Okay, let them, you even buy the lift through them. Let them put it on, and you'll save a tremendous amount of money doing the rest yourself. Let's go take a ride to some dealers that have some other lifted stuff and take a look at some more extreme kind of scenarios. All right, here we go. Now we're talking. Now this is at a dealership here. This is here in Statesboro. These guys are good people here, and they, you know, you can buy this truck as it is right here. Okay, this is a shear rod lift kit installed system on it that they partner with. And let's take a look at what you're getting in here too, okay? So you're going to get in here, you're getting the wheels. That's got to be a 6-inch lift on there. We'll cover all this stuff. You're getting these boards on here, these Black Horse. These are just running boards. These are not rock rails. And but you got 6-inch lift in the front. Looks like 6-inch lift in the back. We'll check the suspension stuff. What else are they giving you? You're probably going to end up getting some skid plates on there, I'm assuming. Let's see here if I can see. Usually you can see them better from the back. Yeah, it looks like you're getting a little bit of a skid plate. I don't know if that's stock. That might be, so maybe not. But point being here, so what are we looking at on this truck here? What are we actually getting, and how much does it cost? Well, when we look at this and dive in, we can't see on there because of the plastic wheel liner. Let me look, see if we can see it better from under here and see what you're talking about. But I have a feeling it is, hang on, sorry. Crawling in. Okay, that might be. All right, so now what we're getting here, we're on the back of this 6-inch lift. Looks like new springs on the back. Okay, looks like full height and brand new springs on the back, which is nice. They're made by Ready Lift, so it's actually a complete full height spring on this on the back. That's a very nice deal. You got your new shocks on there that are going to be there as part of this lift kit. Okay, that's all nice stuff there. We're not taking anything away from this. Okay, so that's what you got there. You got the custom wheels. These are going to be 20s. And what do we got on here? Is there probably a 35 1250? I'm assuming, yeah, 35 1250. And that's what we got. Yeah, right here. 35 1250 tire. Stock common, very standard lift kits type stuff. And those, you know, your aluminum 20-inch wheels on there. You got your boards. And you got your fender flares on here. These are aftermarket as well, too, which is kind of nice also. And on the front, we have the, they got to put the drop bracket here. Okay. This Ready Lift drop bracket to lower all this stuff back down in the front when you lift it. Because you have to keep the angle of your CV axles legit. So even though you lift the truck, you got to push everything else back down. Okay, you can't have it any other way. Okay, it's got to just be that way. So lifted is cool, but you're not gaining any ground clearance with the lift. Only get ground clearance with the tires. I've said that in other videos. But what you are gaining is, like I said, you're keeping that CV axles in line, all that stuff. It looks like they are using the exact same shocks. Those are standard Mopar shocks. Okay, so they're not struts on there, and they didn't even change the front suspension. What they did, I'll bet, is it's a spacer, isn't it? Yep, it's a 6-inch spacer right there. It's a 6-inch spacer lift is what's on here with the drop down bracket. Okay, I can't remember what they call that thing, but that's how this lift is done. Okay, it's no long travel suspension. There's no custom A-arms. There's no or control arms, upper or lower control arms. There's no nothing. This is nothing about this is long travel. All they did was basically do a spacer lift and drop things down so that you could keep the angle of your CV joints the same as what they were. That's all this is. So we got that lift on there. So you got a lift, you got the fender flares, and you got the tires, and you got the side steps is basically what you're getting on here. No front bumpers, no rear bumpers. You can see again how all that stuff is pushed back down low underneath of it, so it's not gaining. The only place that lift is coming in is from the tires. Now, with that said, what are they charging for this package? Let's see what they're charging for the dealer, because this will come from this factory. You will keep the full RAM. Here it is right there. You will keep the full RAM warranty with this, and that's a beautiful thing. It will hold that warranty, you know, which is nice because you're getting it from the factory. Now, what are they charging for this? That is the price of the extra kit. Here's what you're getting. Okay, this is your list that you are getting on that. Okay, and that's how much it's going to cost. That's in addition. Okay, here it is again right here on this little one. Sorry, again, the glares on here are always so bad. Okay, but there it is. Asking $82,600 for this, but there is your price of that lift right there. That's that lift kit basically and what you're paying for. Now, let's break that down. If you are buying this from this dealer, it is very nice because of the fact that you get the warranty, and they're gonna tell you that. They're gonna be like, well, if you buy it lifted from us, you keep the factory warranty. They are correct. Is it worth $18,000 for what we have on here? Well, let's break that down. Realistically, we have about because this is a cheap lift, okay? No offense to them, but this is not running Carly suspension. This is not a $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 lift, okay? This is like a $800 to $1,200 lift, I'm guessing. Again, it's not how I would lift a truck, but it's not an expensive lift. And let's call it $1,000 lift, even being very, very generous. Let's call it a $1,000 lift kit on here. Yeah, well, with the rear springs, let's call it $1,000 lift. And then let's say they're going to charge you $1,000 to do the lift on it. Okay, so you got $2,000 there. All right, you got basically you got probably $1,500 in wheels, $1,500 in tires, which I'm exaggerating a little bit, but we'll call it $3,000. So you're at $5,000 for the tires. You're in the lift and the tires, you're at $5,000 for that whole setup. You're at another $350 to $500. Let's call it $500 for the boards. They're just running boards. They're not rock rails. Okay, they're just held on with little brackets. They're just it's just a step. Is all this is a side step. It's not a protection for the truck. So you're at $5,500 plus your over fenders. Let's call those $500, even if you wanted them to install them, which you don't need to. But now you're at $6,000. They want $18,000 for this. You are at $6,000. Now there is also, I am noticing there is some custom seat work in here too, and things like that too. So again, there's things in this package that they're not breaking down by item. But let's even take $5,000 off for anything else they did, or even $10,000 off. Let's take $10,000 off of that and call it $8,000, and yet we're only at $5,000 worth of having them do the work for you and for what you're getting here. You could take a normal $1,500 and for $5,000 have it look like this. Now, there is also a better way to do it and still keep that factory warranty. How do we do that? Well, what we do is we buy this truck as a stock $1,500, like we see over there, that gray, like that gray one, that silver one right there, something like that. Okay, we take that truck and we tell them when we buy it that we want to put this lift kit on it. Okay, you say, I want this kit, whoever makes it, whichever kits they make. You say, I want the 6-inch lift kit that you guys sell installed on it. They're going to say, okay, they're going to charge a little more, but they're going to say, okay, it's $1,000 or $1,500 for the lift, or $2,000 or whatever they're going to say, and they're going to charge you $1,000 to put it on. So you're $2,500 for the lift. Okay, then you can go and order these wheels that you like, order the tires that you like, and order the side steps that you like, and then you know, and order the fender flares color matched and everything that you like. Order all that stuff, and then none of the tires, none of the rims, none of the side steps, none of the fender flares, none of the skid plates, none of any of that stuff is affecting your warranty. The only thing that affects your warranty is the actual lift kit. So you tell them, you guys put on a lift kit, I'll handle the rest. You buy all this stuff before you even pick it up, or the second you drive it home, you take it over and you have them right here. You bring these wheels and tires over when you come to pick the truck up, and you have them put on for you right here. Usually if the worst, they're gonna charge you $100. But every time I've done that with every vehicle, they've never charged me a penny to change any of that stuff out. I'm buying a new truck from them. The least they can do is swap the tires in 5 minutes. So it's never been an issue. But so basically you can bring that stuff with you and have them install it. Even these side flares, fender flares and stuff that are on here, you can have these put on. These bolts do not actually go into that fender flare. These are fake. Look, see, I can even wiggle it. That's fake. These are not real. These are not bolted onto your truck, okay? They're held in right here with some little bitty screws that are in factory positions right there. These are this stuff is for looks. These are all fake nuts. None of that is real. These can be put on yourself in like an hour, okay? But point being is that you can do this work and save a lot of money, but you can also then sell your stock wheels and make a tremendous amount of money. Here in this kit, you're not getting the stock wheels. You're not going to get that stuff. It's all lost. If this came with stock running boards on it, you will not get your stock running boards if you buy this one from the dealer. Where the stock running boards, you could sell them for $400 online. You could sell your stock wheels for $1,000 online. You can't do that when you buy a kit here. Yet everybody is so afraid to buy or to do their own kits because of the fact that they don't want to lose the warranty. Totally understand that. And you can buy this truck as it is and pay all that money, or you can also just have them install the lift kit for you. Then put the tires on it and you're good to go. So let's go take a look and see if Chevy's got anything on a dealer here. We're in Georgia, so lifted trucks here are a very common thing. So are mud tires. You know, I mean, down here in the mud, I mean, this is a beautiful truck, don't get me wrong. But for that kind of money, that should have been longer springs on here, so you get the full use of that suspension. All these bolts here should have been up here. That's where they originally go. Instead, they stuck that spacer and you're still only getting that kind of travel. I would much rather have better, you know, I would have done this differently. Again, I don't know lifted trucks too much. I've always had lifted Jeeps and we've done them right. This is not, you know, so I'm sure it's similar but different, but this is disappointing. This kit is nothing like I would see on here, and for the kind of money they're charging, I would expect to see some Kings or some kind of high-end shock in here with remote reservoirs. And I mean, I could do a full Carly system on this, Carly suspension system on here for like $4,000 and have it just blow the doors off of any of this. I mean, literally be 10 times better than what you're getting here and a lot cheaper. And I could have the dealer install it for me and keep my warranty. So let's go take a ride real quick over to the Chevy dealer before it gets dark and see what we got over there. Leave here. Here's another one of these, another same kind of thing for my shear rod, another setup, same kind of deal. 35 1250s on 20s. Looks like the same exact suspension lift in here, same exact thing, which is made by Ready Lift. Okay, so you're not talking tremendous amounts of money, but good quality, but not tremendous amounts of money. These are not color matched, which is kind of cool. I like the black on there, but again, fake. Okay, these are not bolted on like I told you. Same concept. They left standard running boards on this one. And this does have those special seats in here as well too, but what are they charging on this one? Oh, this kit's $21,000, so I don't know what other else. Carbon wrapped interior. So there's some stuff on the inside on here that they're doing on there too, which makes sense. I get it. But as far as the lift kit goes, they're, you know, this is not the best way to do this, in my opinion. Now again, it is nice because it's done. You can see it all in person. You don't have to figure out wheel offsets, any of that kind of stuff. But you could come and look at this truck right here, and you could say, I like the look of this. Okay, so you can say, I want a 6-inch Ready Lift installed by the dealer. Then you can come right over here and you can say, I like these tires, and you can go right here and you can say, there's my tire, 35 1250 22. And then you can look at this and say, this is a Mayhem wheel. And then you can say what size it is, and you can look this up and get the offset on there. And then you're done. You got everything you need, and then you buy it yourself. So easy peasy kind of thing. Again, just wanted to show you that real quick because there's one more example of it. And then we're going to head over to that dealer real quick because we are running out of daylight. So we'll go to the Chevy dealer. All right, now for the ultimate comparison, okay? Oh, it's another, is that the same company? Is that shear rod? Yeah, it is again too. Okay, but now we got a comparison here that's pretty interesting. I've reviewed this exact truck. I drove this truck and reviewed it for you about a month or two ago, and love this truck. This is a ZR2, all right? But now let's look at this one here too first. This is their lifted truck from Chevy, and like I said, this dealer is amazing. This is in Franklin. I love this dealership. There's a bunch of dealerships here. Some of them I love, some of them I'm not a fan of, but this one here, I love this dealership. And the guys here, the sales guys, are awesome. But so here's their truck here. So let's look at this here too. Again, I'm assuming 6-inch lift on here. And shear rod again. What are they charging on their kit? $20,000. Is it got the seats? Yeah, it's got the seat covers. Those aren't seats or seat covers, okay, but you can see them in there. So they got some detail in there. So here's all the specs on this and what they've done, so you can kind of see. I'm assuming that's a 6-inch lift. I can't tell. I can't read. I'm a short guy up there, but so you can kind of see. But there's your price of this kit. Now, same kind of deal. These are probably these 35 1250s. That's what every dealership in the world seems to run. And oh, actually these are a 35 1150. I'm thinking, what are these? These are a 34 1150. 34 1150 on this, so a little smaller. And these are on 20s. Okay, these are shear rod. They got their logo. Somebody's making these for them. But anyway, so you got a 20-inch rim, Wild Peak tires, which I love. And you basically got a 34 by 1150 on here. Now, same kind of deal. Now here you're at least getting new shocks, okay? Where on the Ram, it was still using the standard shocks. Here we got new shocks. We are using a spacer in here too, I think. Is that a spacer in there? Actually, yeah, there's a spacer up in there, and they got a cover on it, but that's a spacer setup on there, up in there, but nice setup. You got your same, are they using Ready Lift again? Shear rod. But it's very similar to that Ready Lift drop down, so it's the same concept on this thing here. But so you got a 6-inch lift on this thing. Same things apply to what we said on the other truck, okay? It's shocks and a spacer in the back, because this is leaf springs. You can see that it is their new shocks. So you got new shocks, and I'll bet we just got a 6-inch block between that leaf spring right there. Look at the size of that block. Right in the middle, look at how big that block is. So it's just a block in the rear, which is standard for a leaf spring lift, okay? And then you got the premium shocks by Shear Rod, and or however you say it, Sherrod or whatever it is, I don't know. But point being, it's it's a simple spacer lift in the back, and your standard lift kit. But so again, let's just say they were doing 10 grand worth of accessories on the inside. We cut that out, so we got $9,500. We'll round it to say to work with. $9,500, you're $3 grand on the wheels, $2,000 on the lift. That's at $5,000. They're charging you 10 grand for a $5,000 lift on this truck. Gets factory warranty. That's a beautiful thing. But you could also buy this truck and tell them to put the $2,000 lift on it, and then do everything else, do the wheels yourself, and then resell your wheels and get more than half your money back. So what they're charging you 10 grand for, you could turn around and do yourself for 5 grand minus a minimum of $1,500 on the stock wheels that would be on one of these things. So you're at $3,500 is what it costs you. They're charging you 10 grand for, and you would still get factory warranty. Now, what is the total price of this vehicle here? Oh, they don't got the sticker in it, but we know that it's $20,000, and we can assume, because I don't have a window sticker in it, I would let's just Z71. Let's say that this is let's just call it a $55,000 truck, or let's call it a $55,000 Silverado. So you're $75,000 for this setup right here, okay? Now it is a Z71. Okay, the Z71. Now it is nice, got a great lift, it's got the body molding, it's got everything you want, but it is a Z71, and it has standard side steps on it, and you have a G80 rear locker. You do not have a front locker. You don't have a lot of off-road goodies in here, but you're $75,000, and it's just a lifted Z71. We come over here, is that not even spray lined in the bed, nothing like that. Like I said, it's just a standard Z71. Here we got a ZR2, straight from the factory. 34-inch tires here, okay, with very little sidewall, okay, for off-road use, very little sidewall. It's his choice in rims. But here we got 34 1150s. Here we got 33 11s. Okay, 3311s, I'm pretty sure that comes out to. Do they say on here? They don't say on the standard ones. 275, 70, but I'm pretty sure this is a 33-inch tire right there. And you got room to go up on these too if you wanted to. But here we're at, so we're at 75 grand ballpark in there. Here we're at 76,000. Okay, 76,000 is what we're doing. What do they got on here for that? Because they're doing a markup of 5 grand for, I can't read that to see what it says. You might be able to better, but I'm getting too much glare. So I don't know what you're getting in there, but anyway, they're doing basically a $5,000 markup, but it is a ZR2. Now the ZR2, you have front and rear lockers. You have a fully decked out interior. This one's got all the safety features, leather. This is fully loaded. Absolutely fantastic truck. You got the amazing front bumper on this thing with the incredible approach angle on this that blows. I mean, even that right there as it is going to blow the doors off of that one lifted. You have your stuff. Now look at underneath this. Okay, we look under that. Look how nice and clean that is and how much ground clearance you got. Okay, notice that this front end here, you're not much. You can see where the control arms are on the wheels. This one, no different other than they pulled the front bumper up higher because of the lift, but I mean, it's the same thing underneath there. Okay, you're not gaining any height difference here. Actually, you're gaining about a ½ inch in height on this one over this one, because this has got 33s, that's got 34s. You swap 34s on this and now you're at the same exact height. But here you're getting front lockers, rear lockers. This is an off-road machine. This thing is an absolute off-road beast. There is nowhere that this Z71, there is nowhere that this truck can go, that this truck cannot go. However, we flip that around, and I can promise you this, there are places that this truck will go all day long and not even break a sweat that truck will never get to. So something to think about, okay, when you start looking at these prices. 75,000, 76,000. This truck, better resale, better everything. It's got everything you could ever dream of, and the capability that can't even hold a candle to. So just something to think about on there when it comes to that kind of stuff. And this, like I said, I'd put 35s on this myself, bigger than those even, but I keep the stock wheels. I'd put a 35 on that dude and be good to go. And just, I mean, awesome truck. Now this looks nice, don't get me wrong, not taking anything away from it, but you could do this much cheaper and still keep your factory warranty by letting them install the lift kit for you. This lift kit that's on here, they shouldn't charge you more than $1,000 for. It's just a spacer in the back and a swap out on the front end. It shouldn't be more than $1,000. That's my guess, and it's going to vary. If you're in California, it might be $30,000. But point being, simple changes here, and but you could do a lot of this yourself and save the money and not void the warranty. That was the whole thing that we were trying to get at. While we're here, let's just take a walk over here and look at this little Canyon. This is the new Canyon, and this is which one is this? I love this truck. These things are amazing. Like I said, that the Colorado ZR2 is on my list. This is an Elevation, so it's their standard model Canyon. What a beautiful little truck that is right there. God, I love the style of this thing. Chevy has come a long way. GM has come a tremendous long way. What a gorgeous truck. But when we look at these ones here, keep that in mind. There's ways to achieve the look that you want in a lifted truck and keep your factory warranty. You could buy this as it is, or like I said, for the most part, you could very simply just have them install that lift for you. So short, maybe not real short, but a video hopefully helping you save money, still doing it the right way and what you want out of it. But there's always an option. Dealers are good and bad. Their job is to make money, and I understand that, but some of this stuff gets a little out of control price-wise here, and not just here. Like I said, I love this dealership, and they treat people very well. But it's just, it is the nature of the beast. You know, they're here to make money, and they're going to make money on that stuff. So thanks for watching.